Hey everybody, what is up? It is your friends Corey, Kyle, and Brian back at you with another What's Up Wednesday. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and follow this show wherever you're social at Sibme app. You can also follow us wherever you see our Twitter handles or Facebook handles here in our names. Corey and Kyle, great Better Together conference. We're going to talk today a little bit about how to get the most out of that experience. Do you guys want to share some of your notes from today's conference? Go Corey to Kyle. Go ahead.
Yeah, look at you, Mr. You're leading this circus really well, Brian. I like that. Brian has obviously had more coffee than Kyle and I have. I am still exhausted from, was it last week? Just last week? So many awesome things in the conference. It was really great to see so many folks show up in the live sessions and even more people showing up. Even just this morning, we had some people in there, 6 a.m. this morning, viewing sessions on demand, making comments, adding discussions. We've had a few sessions where folks have uploaded their own resources, just building into the community of learning that is really what our vision is for the Better Together Summit. So this session, this episode here, that is all about how do you access the on-demand sessions, and more than just watching the replay, like you just sit there and watch a video. How do you really get the most out of it? Because the platform has a lot of really amazing tools that will help make that asynchronous on-demand learning experience much more engaging and effective for everybody. So we'll be talking about that. But I've got a list of some top recommended sessions based off of our survey results from those who attended the live session days. These don't miss these sessions. So we'll talk about what those are. But I want to give Kyle just a moment to share out a little bit as well.
Yeah, well, kind of piggyback off what Corey said, Brian is definitely amped up and ready to go. I guess if y'all didn't catch our post last week, we're actually Disney-fied. So maybe we're still off and recovering from our Disneyland trip, but we all put a lot of hard work into this Better Together conference, and by let you know, it is the number one best free conference for educators to connect and grow from each other. So one thing that I just want to piggyback off as well is that, really maximizing your experience post Better Together. And, we do pride ourselves on putting anytime, any place, anywhere. So we are download that mobile app. Download our mobile app at your Android or your Apple store, and register for Better Together. And you can still watch some of these awesome sessions. You can look at some of these awesome comments and discussions, but also you have access to these resources that are speakers, our breakout sessions are shared, and you're able to share that within your own campus as well. So that's what we really are excited kind of go over that today. But like I said, make sure you download that Sibme app, and who knows, you go ahead and test it out and for a free guided trial online, and contact us as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, because this is a mobile first platform. I mean, many of the other national virtual conferences this year did not have a mobile capability. So if you need to go to the gym and get your elliptical on, if you need to go live the fine life out at the beach, okay, and take in the waves while also taking in the Better Together conference, that is a great idea and a good reason to access this through the mobile app. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the sessions that we we thought are worth highlighting. Go back to, I mean, I think all of the sessions were great, but we only have time to name a few. And you're going to get to see some of the examples of how you go back into the app and engage with that activity.
Yeah.
Corey?
Yeah.
Do we want to kind of go and talk about a session example right now? Are we ready for that?
Yeah. So as far as going back, remember that we've got our. You can still go to info.sibme.com better together to see the presenters. If you're looking for just a quick way to see who were all the presenters, what were all the sessions, this is a great page. We'll put this in the comments here below because it gives you the session number. It's also a great way visually if you're looking for somebody specific in these sessions. But I know that this can be just one of the ways that you're going back and looking. So when you are actually going to view the sessions themselves, that happens in the Summit account. You only have access to this Summit account if you have registered. So get yourself registered. That can also happen right here on this Better Together page. So Brian, why don't you give me one of the sessions that you were thinking about going back and viewing that we've heard a lot of feedback about?
Well, I would say go back to session 144, enhancing your toolkit, best practices in e-learning and in-person instructional coaching.
Yeah.
Let me look at that one real quick.
Yeah. So for those who didn't attend the live sessions, all of the sessions take place in the Huddles page of the account. So you'll click on Huddles at the top right-hand side, and this is where that session number comes in really handy. It's great to know the title of it as well, but I can just type in 144 and it will bring me to that session huddle itself.
Whoa.
Once you click on this, then you're able to see everything from the session. So the things since the live sessions, last week, we have the session recording. So always look for that, as well as the chat file if you're wanting to see what's that chat that was referred to throughout that. That is there. We'll talk about the certificate here in a moment, but simply hopping on in, clicking play on that video, you are then able to view the video. Some things I want to point out for the playback features. Let me just ask you this. Kyle, do you watch any videos on demand at the real-time speed, or do you speed it up a bit?
Yes, and actually I love doing that. I actually put it up to 1.5 or 2.0. We hear the chickmunk voice, but it's just a way to really get, if you maximize your time, right? We're always on the go, but it's a great way to cram on all that great stuff, but it still sticks, it still registers.
Yeah.
You need to go back to regular pace. You're also able to do that or mark your timestamps and really key on some things that you want to do as well. So I love that speed up feature.
Yeah, and that is just by hovering over where you're viewing the video, you can see that the playback speed right here. So you'll see that 1x is always what it is, but you can make it 1.5 speed, 2 times speed, or maybe you're going back and viewing a session that you were in and you're looking for that visual or that thing that was said. So you can even book it up to 5 times speed and kind of watch it in that hyper speed. And again, slow it down whenever you get to the point where you want to go back to. So as you are also doing this, again, you can, type a comment on anything. So just like for those who were participating in the live session, they had the chat feature with the presenters during the live session. This comment feature allows you to do the same thing. It is a chat feature where when you add that, our session presenters are coming back and they're replying to those things. You're not going to get an immediate reply, but they're coming back in and replying. Other folks are adding things. So be sure to do that. And you can also delete your comment if you were just playing around. So I'm gonna head over to my session just as an example.
Wait, real quick, Corey.
Yeah.
So I can use my mobile phone and access this and watch this from the beach.
That's right. Yeah, my sister-in-law, my sister-in-law was running errands all day yesterday with my nephews in the car, and she was listening to the Jenny Donahue keynote and watching that. And it wasn't until the end when my name was mentioned that my nephew was like, "Wait, Aunt Corey?" But yeah, so you can see here that Kim had come in and she made some comments here. What's also cool about this is if you see some comments on the live session recording or any of the artifacts, so that you can do this on videos and artifacts. If you click on the timestamp for the video comments, it'll take you right to that moment. So you can see exactly what that great visual was that Kim had mentioned as she was watching this video back. So definitely check out that feature. Again, all of these sessions have resources that you can access and download, folders full of things for you to be able to take a look at as you are going through your sessions. What is another way, Kyle, that you recommend folks engage with the session content and the community of learners that we have here in Sibme?
Definitely. I think this is a underrated feature here, like I said, to really keep on that ongoing of community within our own platform. And like you said, great way for the speaker to re-engage with some of the attendees as well. But we have so many great sessions, but I just want to show one that had great engagement. So, or if you can go to 144, please. But I want to talk about the discussion tabs as well. So actually going into the discussion tabs where before the conference actually went live, you're actually able to go in and leave your comments on the video, or when the speaker made an introduction video, you can comment on that as well. But if you can click on that discussion post right there for me, Corey, please. But you can see it says 13 comments, right? So these are all folks who are engaged in the community and can continue on this experience. And like I said, we always want to spread out that knowledge within these sessions and keep it going. So this is a great feature here to really have access to. And like I said, always go back and spark some ideas, but to be connected as well with some folks that, we have folks all the way from, Alaska all the way up to England, it's a great way to connect folks and stay connected and exchange information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So many different ways. So you've got discussions. I know in my session, as well as many other session presenters, I'm going to go to Kathy Ferguson's on silo busting. She is offering a silo buster kind of group that will meet once a month, I believe it is, for the first 3 months of the school year, starting in late July and kind of moving forward, so that folks have a group of accountability buddies, of people who are moving forward with some action into these ideas that she's presented there alongside each other. So a lot of them are offering additional meetups and work groups together. So again, so many things in all of these sessions that you can be sure to check out. So most of those opportunities are mentioned during the live sessions. So be sure to check those pieces out. But then some of them are also mentioned in the promo videos offered in the library. So check them out. See what they have available for you as you're going, and really just thinking about as you're looking at your experience, you're watching the session recordings, you're participating in the post-session activities if they're there, or adding your own. If you've got a resource that you use to organize your coaching, we recommend you upload it. Again, this is a community of learners. It is not a traditional conference where we've got folks who are set as the experts and they're the only ones allowed to share their resources. Starting discussions, joining discussions, joining up with groups, and definitely check out what else is there. You can also check out our hashtag Sibme Better Together to see what was fan favorites during the live session, but also continue the conversation as you go. So a lot of folks are still following that. And then certificates, right? Certificates this is free learning, but it's learning that counts. So every session has a certificate there for you to download after you've viewed the session and participated in that. So be sure to access that again in each of the huddles as you're moving forward. Kyle?
No, it looks like our I don't know if our friend Brian was frozen. He was ready to go. But go ahead, Brian. Go if you had something to say.
Corey, if my leadership team did a book study on Get Better Faster or Leverage Leadership by Paul Bambrick Santoyo, how can we access that his keynote?
Yeah. So knowing which keynote or when he took place is helpful, but he was our keynote speaker for day 2 at 11. So he was our first keynote speaker. So you can also just head on over to Tuesday, go to that first keynote time, and you'll see Paul Bambrick Centoyo, or you can search his name here and view. So not just our breakout sessions, but all of our session recordings and resources are there for you all to view. So that's definitely a way to do that.
And how long is that available for?
The next 12 months, Brian. Yep, until the next Better Together Summit. So definitely something there. And again, if I haven't said this, the wealth of resources that are available, I'm going to highlight one of our higher ed sessions here. Anybody who's in the higher ed realm, if you didn't check out our University of Georgia with Dr. Sarah Cater and her team's session, Seeing, Saying, and Doing, how PSTs use goals and artifacts while learning to teach. This session has so much. This is another one of those sessions that had things to check out before you watch the recording, then you watch the recording, and then content and tasks for you to help your learning and implementation move forward after you view the session. So many great things all just collected here in like almost 70 different learning opportunities in one space for the next 12 months. So pace yourself, right? This is a marathon, not a sprint. And, you talked about a book study, Brian. Do session studies. Everybody go watch that session that week. And then when you come together as a team, talk about how it applies or doesn't apply to the work that you're doing. Definitely a great way to do that.
So if I'm a new Sibme subscriber this year, what would you advise me to take from this conference, Corey?
Well, all of the things, but I would say, depending on how you want to use Sibme. So there were lots of implementation and practice-based sessions that were there. One of my favorites is, I believe it was session 240. Let's see. 240, I think it was virtual. Well, there's a couple around virtual coaching. But virtual coaching from square one to implementation 230 was close. Kim Blumke's session there, if you're just getting started, she is a current subscriber and talked about how she used Sibme to power her virtual coaching on her campus, coaching like a badass. If you're in coaching, definitely check out some of the coaching sessions that are there, but there was also stuff around PLNs and PLCs and data dives. So 113 was also another highly recommended session. So I would just really cruise through, maybe the presentation cards is a good way to do it, or cruising through the library and looking for those specific subjects and topics that align with what you're wanting to do with Sibme for our Sibme subscribers. And then you might preview these short promo videos to see if it is a session that you want to go ahead and spend an hour or 30 minutes viewing, and kind of go from there. Yeah.
Excellent.
And I wanted to key in, and especially you mentioned some of those new users, but I want to talk about even some of those users that have been using Sibme before. And every time what I'm hearing is that once they see the Better Together conference, their eyes kind of open wide, like, wow, we're only going over just the tip of the iceberg of how we can actually utilize this in our own campus, our district, or in our region, to really spread that community of continuous learning. So we always encourage folks to go back or look at the platform to figure out there's always new ways to how to utilize it and really maximize your use, or even just starting off. There's so many different ways this can really connect folks and enhance learning within your community.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the things that our team is going to be doing this week is we do have some fan favorite sessions. And so that's another category we can add here to the library, because I have a whole list of them. Allison Rodman's session, Square Peg Round Hole, Stephanie Affinito's sessions on PLNs, 113. Andy McNair, good friend of mine, did an amazing job with her session thinking about professional learning from a new perspective. I haven't seen this one yet, but it's on my list because it was definitely recommended. Allison Peterson did a session on kickstarting your coaching cycles, 216, I believe it is. That was an amazing session. Dr. Bolden, one of our awesome community members here at Sibme, who did a session that was really good. So many really great ways to engage with the content moving forward. So remember, use the commenting, use the discussions. You're not in there alone. I mean, it's apparent. If I head over to my activity, I can see that there's folks who are engaging and commenting and adding things to sessions. So you might even go back and peek into a session if you had questions. Our notifications are getting a big update in the next month or so. So you'll be able to then follow some of these sessions moving forward. Yeah.
And Corey, if I may, while you're on that screen, which everyone that registered for Better Together has access to, if you look on that right-hand side there, you can see what's new within the platform, but then also you have access to, if not believing, our Sibme Learning Center that actually also has some free resources, some awesome courses and other past webinars that are free that you can go to and enjoy and implement on your campus too as well. So we, like I said, we always want to continue giving out these resources to help support you and your campus or whatever implementation that you would like to move forward with, just in professional development and growth.
Yeah. Thanks for the shout out for the Learning Center.
There
Definitely
we go.
So much stuff. Yeah. All right. If you have any questions, let us know. And if at any time you experience any technical difficulties or you need help as you're in the conference website, know that you can always click this blue smile on the bottom right-hand side to reach out to our support team. It can be as simple as help, I can't find this, or how do I, comment or reach out. So send us a message. They reply to you in just a few moments typically, and they are there to help you out. So we pride ourselves on our customer service. Brian, Kyle, anything else we need to let folks know about as they are maximizing their on-demand experience from Better Together?
I think a great place to start is look at the conference, go back to the conference sessions, see which ones get you the most excited. You think if you've just spent the month of June identifying gaps on your campuses or in your districts, and you're still looking at how you might, strategize that gap, to fill that gap, there might be a session at the Better Together conference that can help you access that, get some ideas. And then you can connect with that through the conference app. If you like a Sibme trial, you can get one through the website, www.sibme.com, or you can scan that QR code at the beginning of each session with your iPhone, just like you do when you go to really any restaurant now. You just go and scan the new menu, get a menu on your phone, and you can fill out some information. You can even win a free prize like a perch-it or a trip to Tulum, Mexico.
Yeah, I think that ends at the end of this week is where we'll rack up all the points, tally up everybody's points, and be giving away our big prizes. And so even if you didn't attend the live session days, everyone is still in the running for and anything that you watch or comment on, any activities that you take where you are engaging in the content and with folks in the account gets you points. So definitely do that. Maybe you can get a nice summer vacay in before the school year starts. So, or some new tech.
That's it for the Better Together conference. Our next group of What's Up Wednesday shows. Okay, can I give them a little sneak peek for you?
Yeah.
We're going to be discussing strategies for implementation, Corey. The big idea, we're going to invite some customers and their use cases to discuss strategies, folks that have implemented Sibme very well. Corey, you want to broaden on that idea? a little bit.
Yeah. So one thing that we do here at Sibme is we work really closely around the implementation. So we are so much more than a technology-based company. We also have the skills and consulting and know-how to help you integrate that technology into the culture and the fabric of what you're doing on your campus. And so we've had some really amazing use cases and customers who have had a really strategic plan, whether that's a small strategy or a very large encompassing strategy. And so we're asking those folks to come on as you're thinking about getting started, whether that's again this year with Sibme and it's not your first rodeo, or it is your first rodeo and you're wondering, what are the things I need to know? Where are the potholes so I can, be prepared for those? We have folks coming on to share those lessons learned. Don't try this at home. Definitely take this path less taken. They're going to do all of those things in our next few episodes. So we're super excited to help you kick off the start of the school year in professional learning well with the use of Sibme. So that'll be a great
real stories
series.
with real members of the Sibme community to talk about strategy for implementation. Like us and follow us at Sibme app, wherever you're social, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. You like it, you love it, you want more of it. We'll see you back here for another What's Up Wednesday show here in just about a week or two. Talk to you soon.